season.
Norristown inbound under their basket. Excuse me, Mark.
Yeah. Certainly a lot more exciting than last year, as last year I don't remember too many games before the playoffs that were this close.
Keeps you interested. Full court press here by Math and Science. Easily broken. Yates should watch his back here with that loose handle, I'll say that.
Davis now being covered by Nigel Crawford. I'll go over to number 5, Jaquan Hargrove, who misses the 3. And the rebound is pulled down by Thomas. That one's batted away by Hargrove, but he's unable to stay in bounds. Then the Math, Civics, and Sciences will keep the ball with just under 6 minutes to go. Down by just a possession, 42-39.
Going to have to defend here. Norristown only leads by 3, as you said, Mark. Big possession here for Math Science. See if they can draw closer, come within 1, or tie it with a 3.
Andre Thomas might be working on a double-double. He's got 6 and 10. Nigel Crawford using that pro-up again. We've seen him go to it several times, and now it's 42-41 as the Elephants draw even near, and Greedich fouls Mayer.
And the kid can play. That's number 1, Nigel Caldwell. He's a good jumper. He's good body control in the air. He goes up strong, and a deft touch there to finish in the layup. He's made his impact felt here in the last few minutes.
Kevin Bush is going to come into the game for the first time as we make the long walk down the floor so that Sheldon Mayer can shoot 1 and 1. But I'm surprised we haven't seen Tevin Bush earlier, with size being a huge advantage for Math, Civics, and Sciences. Tevin Bush, the junior, certainly gives you a lot of that. And we'll see if he can contribute inside. Like we said, in the absence of Brian Bayless and Tom Smith, who we expected to have, but out for various reasons.
Here's those foul shots, and he's so bad. Sheldon Mayer, has missed all 3 of his foul shots so far today.
So Mayer misses the front end of the 1 and 1, won't get another one. Nigel Crawford with the long pass. Womack knocking over people, puts it up, doesn't get it. Got the zone miss, puts it back up again, missed it again. And it's finally pulled away by Mayer, who makes the bounce pass to Davis. Now to Bush, going in strong, putting it up. It's off the backboard, no rim. But Hargrove puts it back up and in. That's Jaquan Hargrove, brother of Jaquil.
Much needed basket by Norristown. Good run up the floor, good pass, better rebound and finish. Norristown leads by 3, 44-41 with 5 minutes left in the final quarter.
Moore goes inside, a little bit out of control and falls down, but they're going to call the foul against Norristown. Well, Jaquil Hargrove
that's Jaquan's first foul, and that's Norristown team 5, 5th foul.
Jaquil Hargrove with 5 points in the first half, but shut out in the second half, and his minutes have been cut down a little bit in the second half too. He comes back.
Jaquil checking in for Jaquan.
Here's Caldwell putting it up, unable to get it. And now here comes the Eagles. Tevin Bush all by himself. Took a kind of a funny angle, let some players catch up to him.
I don't know Tevin Bush well, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say he's left-handed.
I guess
he approached
so.
that rim as if he were. He wasn't quite sure the angle to take.
Yeah.
And did not go up strong. And for a big boy, 6'3", he must go about 215.
Yeah.
Not a strong move there. And that was the exact moment they needed a bucket. Would have really helped. That'll find him on the bench. As I say that, Malik Williams is in for him.
Math, Civics, and Sciences still sticking around. 44-41. Here is Moore. Getting it to Thomas. Out of control a little bit, but now able to get it back. It's out of bounds. It's going to stay this way.
Good hands by Jaquil. The big guy, Thomas, there, brings the ball down below his waist. It's just a no-no for a big guy. Jaquil has the opportunity to reach his hand there and knock it away and make Math Sciences restart under their own hoop.
There's Caldwell. And a long 3 from the corner taken by Tyreek Riddick, but he misses it. And coming down with the ball is Tyrese White. That one's deflected and able to get it and stay in bounds is Riddick. Now Womack with the 2-on-1. Mayer the defender, but Moore with a nice layup, cutting it to a 1-point game.
Timeout for the referee. Moore, after the layup, looks like he turned his ankle a little bit. He's giving him a second, and he is going to have to come off the floor. And he's replaced by number 3 for Math Science. Number 3 is Tyreek Riddick. And we have a 1-point ball game. 4 minutes remaining here at Norristown Area High School. Eagles lead by 1, 44-43.
Hargrove just inbound to Davis. 4 minutes to go. Davis shouting out signals to his Eagles, directing traffic, and now it's Mayer. Now gets into the hands of Williams, who takes the jumper. It's pretty short. And here comes Mass Civics and Sciences in transition with Caldwell putting it up, and he got fouled.
The Caldwell guys I mentioned a few plays ago, he's a good jumper. He's got great body control in the air, and he puts the ball up on the rim. And that was a very effective play. Strong move by Caldwell. He'll shoot a pair.
Nigel Caldwell, the 6'2", 180 junior, and he misses the first. No one can hit free throws. This free throw to tie the game. And it's up and good. We have a tie ball game. Here's Hargrove with the ball. If you want to see Jaquil Hargrove and I talk about basketball and all the other sports, just tune in right here to the sports show. 5:30 at Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. 2:30 on Saturdays and Sundays. Me, Jaquil, the rest of the NASD TV sports show crew talking not only basketball, but all Norristown sports. So check that out. There's Davis putting it up, unable to get it to go.
Little slap in there, no foul called, and Math Sciences has possession of the ball. 3 minutes, 10 seconds remaining, and they have the lead. They're tied with a chance to take a lead.
Here is Womack. He can't get it to go. The tip's no good from Thomas. Again, tried to put it back up and in. Didn't get it, but he got fouled. So we got under 3 minutes to go now in a tie game. Unbelievable.
Foul on Malik Williams. I believe that's his first.
Andre Thomas going to shoot free throws, but that is not his specialty.
No, that's not a bad place to put the young fellow, Andre Thomas. He missed a pair so far. Let's see how he is in these crucial foul shots.
Andre Thomas with 6 points, 10 boards, and he misses the first free throw. And he's 0 for 3 from the line. I just keep fouling him.
I agree. Hack or Shaq, I guess.
Sure. Hack Andre.
Call it what you will.
And he hits one finally.
He says, be quiet, announcer people. I will make it. He's 1 for 4 in his foul shots now. Timeout Norristown.
Not a bad timeout. The Eagles with their first deficit in a while. And
full timeout for the Eagles, and they need every second of it here.
Yeah,
they're trailing by a point. The game certainly changed complexion. 2:54 remaining in the fourth quarter. Let's see what the Eagles can muster here together in a timeout. Come out with a set play, maybe to get a good look and then hopefully get a basket.
And Mike Evans in the huddle's just got to be saying, you know, everything that's happened, we're down by 1 with just under 3 minutes to go. So just, you know, draw up the X's and the O's and just convey to his team that, you know, you guys are right there. Don't be discouraged by the fact that you just gave up the lead.
No, without a question. In basketball, some folks say they like to tune in for the last few minutes of basketball. I enjoy the whole game myself, but as you see, we have 3 minutes remaining. And this is what you need to watch here. Norristown trails by 1. Let's see what we have here in store for the rest of the game.
Chris Davis and Sheldon Mayer, the 2-point/shooting guards, have combined for 19. That's 10 from Davis and 9 from Mayer. Of course, Mass Civics and Sciences has done a nice job of keeping them off the board over the past couple of minutes, and that's obviously got to change. Hargrove, they need to get back to what they're doing in the first half, slashing to the basket with all that speed that they have.
I believe they've only scored 2 points in the second half between the two of them, which is a big change there from the first half. It's probably right why we are where we are.
Yeah, exactly. So here's Mayer finding Davis. Davis looking around. We've recorded a dozen missed layups for Norristown, not finishing at the rim, but they need to continue to try to get there because that's their game. They have a lot of speed. We don't want them settling for long jumpers. We want them getting in the paint and making layups like that, but it's blocked away by Womack.
Too stagnant here against the zone. They need to move the ball more. They need to throw it over the top of the zone, and the ball needs to go from one player's hands to the next much quicker than this, and it's making the zone effective without even working that hard.
Now Davis with some real good defense being played right here by Math, Civics, and Sciences.
We're at the 2-minute mark. Norristown trails by 1, and it looks like they're holding out for a good shot.
They sure are. Here's Mayer stepping into a 3, goes to the ground. He's gonna go to the line for a 3. And he's slow to get up.
You can hear that thump from here as he hit the floor. It's never a good feeling. Hard floor, body, take your bumps and bruises, but over the course of a game, shoot, just after a football season, it can't feel good. Let's see if he can wipe that pain away here and make a couple foul shots here, which would be huge as far as this game goes. 1:52 remaining. Norristown 44 to Guest, Math and Science 45.
Sheldon Mayer for his first of 3. It's up. It's no good. Sheldon Mayer still with 2 more free throws, though.
Yeah, I got Sheldon Mayer unofficially 0 for 4 from the foul line today.
And finally hits one and ties the game.
We are the Jinx. As soon as we say they're going to miss, they make it. So one way or the other works. So he's 1 for 5, and we are tied up at 45.
This free throw shooting needs to improve, though. They've left too many points at the line. As Mayer hits the third of 3, he takes 2 out of 3 from the line, and it's 46-45. And if the Eagles want to continue to slash to the basket and drive to the hole, they need to make the free throws because you're going to take a lot of fouls in there. Mayer with 11. That one's out of bounds. Hargrove thinks it's off Caldwell. The refs are going to give it to the Elephants, and Hargrove complaining.
Good hands by Jaquil Hargrove there, just to delay the attack by Math and Science here. We have 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining. Norristown leads by 1.
Davis with the steal, the reverse, got it. Chris Davis with a dozen.
Chris Davis showing up just when he needs to there. Big steal, bigger finish. Norristown leads by 3, minute 18.
And right when we say Davis and Mayer need to drive to the hole more, Mayer gets a pair of free throws, Davis gets a reverse layup in transition, and they have a 3-point lead. The steal by Tyrese White, all the way to the basket, and the foul.
Great drive by the junior Tyrese White. Looked like he gave the eyes maybe that he was going to make the pass across the middle. He went up super strong, soft touch on a layup, and 1 just in time for Norristown. They lead by 5. This foul shot could put them up by 6, and that would be the biggest lead, dare I say, of the second half, as Math and Science has made it much closer battle. Here is Tyrese White's foul shot.
Tyrese White, one of those juniors who had no role on varsity last year, just a JV player. And since that timeout now with that free throw, the Eagles have outscored Math, Civics, and Sciences 6-0.
You're right, Mark. That was a great timeout by Coach. And it seems like the guys got fired up. And here's the difference, 55 seconds now and counting.
Inside of a minute. Let's see if they start gunning up 3s. They do. Womack misses it. Thomas tries to hustle the rebound down, but he can't save it. And the Eagles will take the ball with 48.7 seconds to go. And Math, Civics, and Sciences have to start to think about fouling soon. Not right yet, but soon.
Timeout Norristown. That'll be a 20-second timeout.
The Eagles with that little 6-0 run out of the timeout, but they can't celebrate anything yet. And with the difficulties they've had from the line, no games, no leads are really safe. So we mentioned Chris Davis now with a dozen, Sheldon Mayer with 11. They've been outstanding. Thomas Moore for Math, Civics, and Sciences with a pair of 3s, highlighting his 10-point night. And of course, Andre Thomas is just 3 points away from a double-double. He's got 7 points and 10 boards. Also, 4 blocks. But it's been all about Mayer and Davis, I think, tonight. And obviously, Math, Civics, and Sciences having a hard time dealing with that speed and athleticism.
47 seconds and counting.
There's Davis splitting 2 defenders. Gets it to White, back out to Mayer, and the Eagles will burn some clock. Mayer is fouled, and Mayer will shoot 2, I believe.
He'll shoot a pair there. They're in the double bonus. Not the guy he exactly won today, although Sheldon did make his last 2, and they were huge foul shots. He's 2 out of 6 on the line so far tonight. Hopefully he can make 1 or both of these. He does.
He drills the first. And it is 52-45, and the Eagles lead growing ever safer.
7-point lead is, I believe, the biggest lead of the day so far.
We mentioned how this is opening day for both teams, both trying to get off to a 1-0 start. Of course, the Eagles 2 years ago undefeated in the regular season.
The miss.
Mayer misses the second, but the offensive rebound came back out to him off of the tip.
Certainly didn't practice that one yesterday. The missed foul shot late in the game off the front iron, tapped back nicely to awaiting Sheldon Mayer to maintain possession, and he's back to the line to shoot another pair of foul shots.
Boy, if tonight's any indication, Sheldon Mayer, indeed, as I predicted, is going to have a lot more of a role shooting and scoring as opposed to just being a distributor and kind of a quarterback of the offense as he was in past years. I think his points per game, he might double his previous career high this year.
Looks that way.
Mayer puts the first one up, and it's short. I mean, this is a guy who shot the ball quite infrequently over the past 2 years. And with all the weapons the Eagles had, he was perfect with what he was doing, just being a distributor and making everything run smoothly. But this year, might need to score a little bit more, and he's completely capable of that as we've seen tonight. So really able to do a little bit of everything. And the Eagles miss another free throw and get another offensive rebound. Davis being swarmed and finally fouled.
Sorry, not exactly how you draw it up there. You'd like to make the foul shots. They're unguarded, they're free, they're simple. Yet if you can get the ball back, some time moves off the clock, and we sit currently 25.7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Norristown 52, Math, Civics, Science 45, and we're in a timeout.
Well, the Eagles certainly haven't won the game on the boards, as they have the slight 18-14 edge in terms of rebounding. But the ability to contend with a guy like Andre Thomas and not get completely dominated on the boards, because that's something that's one way that they could beat you. I mean, look, we know that the Eagles' perimeter players are a lot more quick and explosive than the Math, Civics, Charter defenders can handle. But, you know, it was kind of a question, could the guys like Yates and Tevin Bush contend with the inside presence of guys like Womack and Thomas? And, you know, by winning the rebound battle, even by just a slight margin, I think it's been huge.
I agree, and the change, the huge change since the first half, it could be getting tired. It could be the fire that the Math Science squad came out with, or the lack of fire for that's backcourt. No, it's not.
And Tyrese White is quickly fouled, and he will go to the line for a pair. We got just 23 seconds to go.
Excuse me, that was a strange inbound pass. You know, when you think you know most of the rules, and you see something like that as they catch it and sort of straddle the midcourt line, kind of could go either way. The ref let it go, and he was mauled there, hugged around the waist. Tyrese White will shoot a pair in the double bonus here.
Eagles trying to extend what is now a relatively safe 7-point lead. Tyrese White hits the first.
Nice routine there by Tyrese. Smooth, nice release, deep breath to make the foul shot. Got to make him count. That's an 8-point lead. 23.7 seconds remain.
Tyrese White has now got 6. He's seen nice chunk of playing time here in the opening game and looking pretty solid. I don't think anybody's really played bad, and that's what we've kind of expected, a very balanced effort. And everyone's kind of filled their role and contributed in some way as Tyrese White hits both of his free throws. Here comes Math, Civics, and Sciences. They need points fast. Here's Stevens. They got to be a lot quicker than this.
You got that right.
Hargrove tips it away, burns some more clock. Just 13 seconds to go. The Eagles are going to win this game.
10 seconds remain.
That one's out of bounds. It's going to stay down here, but with just 10 seconds to go and a 9-point lead, the Eagles in great shape to go to 1-0. That three is gunned up off the side of the backboard. Hargrove will take the rebound. Math and Civic Sciences will not foul as one last swipe by Jeremiah Wortham is unfruitful. And the Norristown Eagles off to a 1-0 start defending their home court here tonight against a very strong Math Civic Sciences team. Again, we mentioned how they were 22-6 last year. Of course, the Eagles looking to defend their District 1 title, maybe get back to that state championship game like they did 2 years ago. And 1-0 off to a tremendous start behind tremendous efforts by Sheldon Mayer, who had a dozen, and Chris Davis, who also had a dozen. And those guys are both very active on defense, both great passing the ball as they combine for 5 assists, 4 of them from Davis. And the story of the game tonight, I guess those two guys, Davis and Mayer, and all those turnovers that the Eagles also created as Math Civic Sciences turned the ball over 18 times.
Without question, Mark. The results, what you're looking for here for the Norristown Eagles with the W. Both sides certainly sloppy, certainly unrefined, need some polishing as the season goes on. Lackluster defense, giving away simple layups. and missing many of the other simple layups. But all in all, I think you said it, and it was kind of the theme in the beginning. Although there were Chris Davis, Sheldon Mayer played well, that was a team effort through and through. All 8 or 9 guys that got into the game contributed and did enough to pull out the victory, move on from here, and that's a good start, certainly what the Norristown Eagles are looking for to start their season, Mark.
And of all the players on the Eagles team this year, not too many had huge roles in last year's team, but one that did was Tom Smith, and of course he didn't play tonight, has those eligibility questions, and of course Bryant Bayless, they're also without him tonight. So I don't know what their status is going to be, if we're going to get them back or whatever's going to happen. But Alan Yates manning the inside today, and the Eagles going with a lot of guard-heavy lineups and a lot of speed-oriented things. But it worked, so you know, hopefully that we get those guys back. But if not, the Eagles can obviously still win games.
It will work, and they'll win games. They'll refine their processes as they move along and their systems, and maybe what 3 guards work best together with what 2 big guys and vice versa. It's going to be interesting. I look forward to it, Mark.
Yeah, and Alan Yates, as we mentioned, manning the middle with 4 points and 8 rebounds. But again, it was Mayer and Chris Davis stealing the show. Jaquil Hargrove chipped in with 5. And the Eagles are 1-0 as they beat Math, Civics, Sciences, the mighty elephants of Math, Civics, and Sciences Charter, by a final score of 54-45 as they really pulled away at the end and made what was a close game all throughout, a relatively large margin of victory. Well, we hope you enjoyed the opening game. We hope you'll join us here on NASD TV for all of our future broadcasts this year. It's going to be a heck of a season for Norristown basketball. And for now, I'm Mark Kolodinsky, along with
Jared Elias here.
And for our entire NASD TV crew, Tim Stigalski doing some stats, and Rachel Barbish and Kelly Cooney running the camera. Well, we'll see you next time. Once again, the Eagles win 54-45.